This is not something that you necessarily want to see when you look into your fermenter after you've put some fruit and wood and stuff in there after a couple of weeks.
Our first thought was
mold.
The word that I don't want to say, which isn't mold. It's the F-bomb.
Yeah. At first I thought this was mold because I just saw it through the side.
Yeah. We saw white, we saw thick covering, we're just like, aw, man.
Yep.
But then we took the cap off and looked at it. There is no fuzz.
Yeah, there's no fuzz.
It's just like a white film.
Which means it could be calm yeast, K-A-H-M. It could be Brettanomyces. It could be a wild yeast infection. It could be any number of those things. Now, none of those things are harmful, but there's one way to be a little bit more sure. And that way is...
First, look at your beverage. Does it have a weird color? Ours does not. Ours looks exactly like we intended it to look. And there's no weird color up here other than the white film. The second thing is to smell it. Does it smell weird? No, it actually smells quite lovely.
Yeah, it smells pretty awesome. That's why we were like, oh no. So if it was some sort of a bacterial infection that was possibly harmful, it would smell bad and it would look bad. Now, I know somebody's going to say that looks kind of bad, and I have to agree. It looks a little bit wild. But one way to know if it's something dangerous or not is to check the pH. It should be below 4.0. So I'm just going to get a small little tiny bit of sample and drip it onto our pH strip here. It worked. Yeah. Okay, there you go. You don't want to just dip the strip right in there because that could be bad. All right, so we are looking for below 4.
Looks like...
we're close. It's very close. You know what? I'm going to get another strip out and test one more time.
Do you want to try a different brand?
Sure, because we only have about 27 kinds of
We have a
pH
gajillion pH strips.
So I have these other ones in a fancy little case here. Very similar. This one is special indicator paper. This one's universal indicator paper. We're so close. That's the only reason why we're double checking. Does it make a huge difference? I'm not 100% certain on that. Oh, this is yellow paper rather than blue. So it's completely different. Oop, that was the sloppiest thing ever. Okay, we're gonna give that a little time.
It looks like it's just at the 4 mark.
Yeah. Now, the general wisdom is that if it's below 4, that it is absolutely going to be safe. The fact that there's no bad smell, it doesn't look bad, what would you think we should do?
Well, I know we've drank stuff that had that film on it before.
Our raspberry beer had it almost exactly that. You know what? Let's just take a quick taste of it. Let's put some in a glass and see, does it have a nasty smell or taste in any way? Because you can always spit it out. So I will be the sacrificial taste tester here. And you might think we're being a little silly on this, but in reality, this is about safety and wastefulness. So there's that balancing line between, is it safe to drink and would it be wasteful to just dump it at this point? Now, of course, if you're overly concerned, you can dump this and walk away and with a not guilty conscience be totally fine. But I want people to actually understand a little bit more about it. There's a slight sourness to it, which makes me think it might be a Brettanomyces.
Right.
Which can sometimes be really cool. Our raspberry beer got this and it was actually beneficial to it.
Oh yeah, it does have a little bit of sour.
Yep. Now the question is, well, you wanted me to taste it first, right? That way if I die, it's okay.
No, it's still not okay.
It's very, very watery, very light. Not a lot of flavor coming through. I don't know, it's not my favorite thing.
Oh. I don't want to be the
You don't want to be the decider?
Well, I don't want to be the not best practices person.
Here's the thing. Like I said, this is on the knife edge here. This is a 50-50 shot as to whether it's safe or not. Yeah. I did just swallow it. It doesn't taste bad. It definitely tastes like there's a little bit of an acidic acid, like an acidic component in there, which this is only like 6.3%. It's totally in the range where it could vinegarize and things like that.
Right.
We might actually be having that Also, it's a little vinegary.
Okay.
We probably could go forward and go ahead and, adjust this for flavors and like that. Or play on the side of caution. I think it's already starting to turn to vinegar too.
Okay.
So, sorry guys. This one is a fail. It's just how it is sometimes.
But in our failure, hopefully we've captured and illustrated enough information for you to make the determination if you come across something like this, what steps to go through to determine whether it is truly a fail or something worth saving.
Interestingly enough, the fact that I'm tasting a little bit of vinegar, which means acetic acid, you'd think the pH would be lower.
Yeah.
That's what's confusing me, is it's starting to taste vinegarized, but the pH isn't low enough for that. That makes me just a little bit overly cautious. It's probably fine. I'll just be honest. It's probably fine. But in this case, I think we're going to pass and we're going to dump this one out.
Instead of a film, if we saw a fuzzy layer, then we would have definitely
That's not even a question.
thrown it out and we would have been having this
dumped it out.
conversation.
But this one, it's very borderline. And I'm not sure that I would enjoy it so much either based on the flavor profiles that I was getting from it. Like it would need tons of sweetening to taste good and all that. So we'd just be fixing a problem that's already there. Sometimes you just got to know when to cut your losses. And in this case, it means some cherries. It means one of our pieces of wood because we can no longer keep that with any kind of infection on it. That's just got to go.
Yep.
Oh, well, that sucks, guys. But sometimes that's how it is. So how could we have prevented this? Really simple. Come out once a day, give it a little bit of a swirl while the fruit was in there. That's all we needed to do, and it probably would have solved this whole problem.
This fermenter itself isn't our favorite.
Yeah, we might just retire this fermenter.
So that might have led to the problem, even though we were under airlock. Who knows? But yeah, I think
Swirling would have taken care of it.
swirling would have solved the problem.
So it's our own fault. People ask all the time, what does it look like when you get an infection? What? There you go. That's what it looks like.
This is an example of one of the infections.
Yeah, this is just one. And this isn't even necessarily dangerous, okay? I actually doubt this is dangerous, but it's just not something I necessarily want to drink.
All right, lesson learned.
If you have any questions about what we did here or how to determine if you have an infection or if you have something dangerous in your brew, leave a question in the comments below. We always try to get to all of your questions and comments in a timely manner. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.